Zayn Malik, deeply heartbroken, took to Instagram to share an emotional tribute to his former One Direction bandmate Payne, who tragically passed away on October 16th at the age of 31. In his poignant message, Malik reflected on their years of friendship, struggles, and the memories they built together as part of one of the world's most iconic boy bands. "Liam, I have found myself talking out loud to you. Hoping you can hear me," Malik began his heartfelt post, alongside a tender throwback photo of the two sleeping in a car. "I can't help but think selfishly that there were so many more conversations for us to have in our lives. I never got to thank you for supporting me through some of the most difficult times in my life." The Dusk Till Dawn singer's grief was palpable, as he went on to recall Payne's unique ability to bring light into the lives of those around him, even during trying times. Malik admired how Payne always maintained a positive outlook, never hesitating to remind him that he was loved, and that things would eventually improve. Addressing their often complicated and turbulent relationship, Malik didn't shy away from mentioning the tensions that occasionally arose between them, including a particularly intense argument where Malik admitted to having thrown Payne against a wall. Despite their disagreements, Malik's words carried a deep sense of respect for his former bandmate. "Even though you were younger than me, you were always more sensible," he wrote. "You were headstrong, opinionated, and gave no FKs about telling people when they were wrong. Even though we butted heads because of this a few times, laughing emoji, I always secretly respected you for it." Malik described Payne as his brother, expressing a yearning to hug him one last time and to properly say goodbye. "I can't explain to you what I'd give just to give you a hug one last time and say goodbye to you properly and tell you that I loved and respected you dearly." Malik's tribute, full of raw emotion, marked a solemn moment of reflection on their decade-long journey as bandmates. Despite their personal struggles and conflicts, the bond between them remained strong, rooted in shared experiences and mutual respect. Liam Payne and Zayn Malik, along with Harry Styles, Niall Horan, and Louis Tomlinson, rose to global stardom as part of One Direction, a boy band formed in 2010 on the British talent show The X Factor. While they initially auditioned as solo artists, Simon Cowell, a judge on the show, saw potential in the group and suggested they form a band, which became One Direction. Together, they achieved unparalleled success, selling millions of records and captivating fans around the world. However, life after the band wasn't without its challenges. Malik and Payne's relationship was particularly fraught at times. In May 2022, Payne made headlines during an appearance on Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast, where he revealed that there were many reasons why he disliked Malik, yet also many reasons why he would always be on his side. "You can always look at the man for where he is and say, oh yeah, whatever, that guy's a DK, right?" Payne remarked on the podcast. "But at the end of the day, once you understand what he's been through to get to that point, and also whether or not he actually even wanted to be there in the band, it's a whole different story." Following a backlash from One Direction fans over these comments, Payne quickly took to social media to clarify his stance, stressing that he didn't articulate himself as well as he could have during the interview. He reiterated his loyalty to Malik, describing their relationship as familial. "I was saying that there will always be things we disagree on, but that I will always be on his side. That's family. Zayn is my brother and I will stand by him forever," Payne wrote in a statement on X. In addition to Malik's emotional tribute, other members of One Direction expressed their grief. Louis Tomlinson also took to social media to remember his friend and bandmate, sharing his own heartfelt tribute. "I wish I got the chance to say goodbye and tell you one more time how much I loved you. Payne, oh my boy, one of my best friends, my brother, I love you, mate. Sleep well," Tomlinson wrote, clearly devastated by the loss. The shock of Payne's sudden death rippled across the music world and among fans of One Direction, who had followed the group's meteoric rise and individual members' post-band careers for over a decade. Styles' mother, Ann Twist, also paid tribute, posting a broken heart emoji on Instagram with the caption, "Just a boy." The circumstances surrounding Payne's passing were tragic and left many unanswered questions. Payne died after falling from the third floor of the Casa Palermo Hotel in Buenos Aires, Argentina. According to local officials, he sustained extremely serious injuries from the fall, which proved fatal. The spokesperson for the Security Ministry of Buenos Aires described the harrowing events that led to the incident, indicating that police had been called to the hotel after reports of an aggressive man who could be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. According to sources, Payne was seen acting erratically earlier in the evening and had thrown his laptop in a fit of rage. Hotel staff attempted to intervene, with one source revealing that Payne had to be carried back to his room by hotel personnel. Emergency services were contacted after Payne continued to act aggressively in his room, which had a balcony. Audio from the 911 call revealed the hotel manager's fear for Payne's well-being, as they worried that he might endanger his life due to his behavior. Tragically, Payne fell from the balcony, plunging nearly 14 meters into the courtyard below. Local authorities were still investigating whether the fall was accidental or intentional. The National Criminal and Correctional Prosecutor's Office confirmed that Payne's cause of death was due to multiple traumas, which resulted in both internal and external bleeding. At the time of his death, Payne was in Argentina following a concert by fellow One Direction member Niall Horan, which he had attended on October 2nd. He had been staying in Buenos Aires with his girlfriend Kate Cassidy, though she had left the country 2 days before the tragic event. Payne leaves behind a 7-year-old son, Bear, whom he shares with his ex-girlfriend, singer Cheryl Cole. His family, including his parents Karen and Jeff and his sisters Nicola and Ruth, expressed their deep sorrow in a statement, asking for privacy during such a painful time. Liam will forever live in our hearts, and we'll remember him for his kind, funny, and brave soul they shared. We are supporting each other the best we can as a family and ask for privacy and space at this awful time. The loss of Liam Payne sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, and tributes continued to pour in from fans, friends, and fellow musicians alike, all remembering the warmth, talent, and spirit of the beloved singer who left an indelible mark on the world of music.